Have you ever wondered why, despite our technological advances and creature comforts, so many of us feel like something crucial is missing? Why does the world sometimes feel so superficial? Could it be that we're all on a quest not for fame or fortune, but for something far more meaningful? What if I told you that the treasure we are all unknowingly seeking is our own soul? You see, in a world that increasingly prioritizes the material over the metaphysical, it's easy to lose touch with the essence of who we are. Today, we're diving into the work of Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who dared to delve into the deep corners of the human psyche. He believed that the journey to finding your soul is not just a luxurious pursuit for philosophers and hermits, but is the very foundation of a fulfilling life. So, are you ready to embark on the journey within? Let's go. The shadow, your soul's dark twin. How well do you know yourself, really? Jung introduced the concept of the shadow, the darker aspects of ourselves that we'd rather not acknowledge. This isn't just about those occasional negative thoughts, but deeper impulses, envy, rage, and even destructive tendencies. Ignoring them, that's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it will pop up, often in the most unexpected and inconvenient places. Jung argued that recognizing and integrating the shadow is essential for soul searching. It's not about demonizing these parts, but understanding that they are aspects of you. By confronting your shadow, you not only gain self-awareness, but free your soul from the shackles of unconscious impulses. Now think about it. What are the characteristics you despise in others? Could they be reflecting parts of your shadow? The work is tough but liberating. It allows you to live authentically, bringing you one step closer to finding your soul. Anima Animus, the gateway to the soul. Jung didn't stop at the shadow. He explored deeper layers of the unconscious mind, introducing the concepts of anima and animus, the feminine and masculine aspects present within each of us, regardless of our gender. The anima is the feminine inner personality in men, and the animus is the masculine inner personality in women. Ever wondered why you're drawn to certain traits in the opposite sex? Or why specific habits irk you? The answer often lies in your anima or animus. Understanding and integrating these aspects can dramatically alter your relationships and your life. When balanced, the anima brings empathy, sensitivity, and intuition to men, while the animus brings logic, strength, and rationality to women. This isn't about gender roles, but about embracing the full spectrum of human capabilities. How would your life change if you managed to integrate these energies within you? Could it be that the soul you're seeking is a harmonious blend of both? This marks the beginning of our spiritual odyssey into Carl Jung's wisdom on finding your soul. I know it's a lot to digest, but I promise you, as we delve deeper, the pieces of the puzzle will begin to fit. Up next, we'll explore Jung's powerful concept of individuation and much more. Individuation, the soul's quest for authenticity. Our individuation, this is where Jung's vision truly shines. Have you ever felt like you're living a life scripted by society, family, or even your own fears? The process of individuation is about breaking free from these scripts and finding your unique path. It's the lifelong journey of becoming the person you are inherently meant to be. But let's get something straight. This isn't a self-centered quest. No, it's a route to wholeness, a way to become a well-rounded human being who not only knows oneself, but also contributes to the welfare of society. As the soul reaches for authenticity, our truest purpose and meaning for our life on this planet is slowly revealed to us before our eyes. The authenticity of our soul. Not an easy topic to fully digest without first understanding that authenticity is not achieved quickly or overnight. In fact, it is an arduous journey of shedding the ego, ripping off the egotistical lust, desire and materialism that plagues and quiets the soul from reaching its true authentic self. An authentic being of light that is guided by their inner intuition, deep soulful purpose and existential search for meaning, truth and divine love and wisdom. So how does one embark on this path? It starts with self-awareness, my friends. It's about confronting your shadow, integrating the anima or animus, and then going beyond. Jung postulated that as we age, we start resonating more with archetypal energies, the hero, the wise old man or woman, the trickster, and so on. Ever noticed how your perspective changes as you grow older? That's not just aging, that's individuation at work. That's the ego being quieted by the mind and the body and the soul beginning to weave and reach for the light from deep within our existence. It is truly profound, mesmerizing and transcendent. A type of transformation and metamorphosis that will change your entire life from your values and goals to your friends and interests in this earthly landscape. Imagine your life as a spiral where you revisit old issues, but with newfound wisdom and insight each time. Remember your first heartbreak? Devastating, wasn't it? But when you faced it again, although it hurt, you knew you'd survive. That, my friends, is individuation facing life with an ever-expanding consciousness. And here's the kicker. The closer you get to your true self, the closer you get to the universal, the divine, the infinite. Yes, your soul is a gateway to the cosmos. Synchronicity, the universe's nudge. Ever experienced a coincidence so profound that it left you stunned? Maybe you were thinking of someone and they called, or you stumbled upon a book that answered the very question plaguing your mind. Jung coined a term for these meaningful coincidences, synchronicity. But what if I told you that synchronicity isn't just a cool coincidence? What if it's the universe or your own soul nudging you toward your destiny? Jung believed that synchronicities serve as signposts on our journey toward soul discovery. They're not random, they're meaningful, deeply intertwined with your personal and even collective unconscious. Think of them as the universe speaking the language of symbols, winks, and whispers, nudging you toward a specific direction, confirming your choices, or even warning you. How can you harness the power of synchronicity? First, attune yourself to the happenings around you. Second, never underestimate the power of your intuition. You see, the rational mind often dismisses these coincidences, but the intuitive mind, the one connected to your soul, understands their profound implications. The more in touch you are with your inner self, the more you'll notice these winks from the universe. So next time something eerily coincidental happens, don't brush it off. Pause. Reflect. Could it be a clue in the grand treasure hunt for your soul? I hope these elaborated sections offer more depth and insight into Jung's complex yet transformative theories. These are not just psychological concepts, they're spiritual milestones, each marking a phase in your journey towards finding your soul. Up next, we'll delve into Jung's views on dreams, archetypes, and much more. We're not just skimming the surface here. We're plunging into the depths of the soul as understood by Carl Jung. Ready? Let's continue. The collective unconscious, the soul's timeless heritage. Have you ever had a dream that felt like it was from another time, or experienced déjà vu so strong that you questioned your own reality? Jung would say you've tapped into the collective unconscious, a reservoir of universal experiences and archetypes that go beyond personal history. This is the realm of myths, legends, and universal truths. But here's the question: why should you care about something so esoteric? The collective unconscious isn't just a philosophical construct. It's the very fabric that connects you to humanity and, dare I say, the divine. By exploring archetypes, these universally understood symbols and themes, you begin to see your life not just as a string of random events, but as part of a larger, more meaningful tapestry. When you dream of a snake, a mountain, or the moon, you're not just encountering random images. These are symbols laden with meaning, messages from the collective unconscious guiding you toward a deeper understanding of your soul. Ever wondered why certain myths and stories resonate across cultures? It's because they touch something deep within us, something eternal. Could this be a clue that your soul is not just a personal experience, but a cosmic one? Dreams, the soul's secret language. Our dreams, those mysterious experiences we often dismiss as mere figments of our imagination. But what if they're more than that? What if they're messages from your soul? Jung was a pioneer in dream analysis, seeing dreams as the bridge between the conscious and the unconscious mind. Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling like you've just returned from a long journey? That's because you have. Dreams, according to Jung, are the soul's way of communicating with us, showing us aspects of ourselves that we may not be aware of. Whether it's a recurring nightmare or a fantastical adventure, each dream serves a purpose. You might see characters or scenarios that seem alien to you, but they're fragments of your psyche asking to be acknowledged. Even those bizarre dreams, the ones you can't make heads or tails of, are filled with symbols that offer clues to your inner world. So how can you decode these messages? Keep a dream journal. Reflect on the symbols, the emotions, and the narratives. What are they trying to tell you? What part of your soul is crying out for attention? The deeper you dive into this dream world, the closer you come to unlocking the mysteries of your soul. I hope these additional topics are fueling your curiosity and sparking some profound reflections. Believe me, we're just scratching the surface of what Jung has to offer in our quest for the soul. Up next, we'll explore the transformative power of rituals, the role of alchemy in soul making, and the mystery of the self. As we delve into the next topics, I invite you to open your mind to the possibilities that these ancient yet ever-relevant concepts can bring to your life. Are you ready? Here we go. Rituals, the soul's sacred groundwork. Have you ever considered why rituals, be it a morning coffee routine or an elaborate religious ceremony, have such a profound impact on us? Jung saw rituals as a necessary part of human life, a structured way to engage with the unconscious mind. But hold on a second, why would a psychologist care about rituals, something often considered religious or superstitious? Here's the brilliance of Jung's insight. Rituals are not just about external actions. They're symbolic enactments of psychological processes. They're transformative, and they have the potential to connect you deeply with your soul. When you perform a ritual, you're not just going through the motions. You're activating archetypes, those universal symbols we talked about earlier. For instance, lighting a candle in a dark room could symbolize the illumination of the unconscious mind, a beacon guiding your soul through the shadowy corridors of your psyche. Ever noticed how a simple act like this can evoke a profound sense of peace? That's your soul acknowledging the gesture, my friends. So, what rituals could you incorporate into your life that resonate with your journey towards soul discovery? Could a personal ritual be your gateway to deeper self-understanding and connection? Alchemy metaphors for soul transformation. When you hear the word alchemy, you might think of medieval labs, potions, and the quest to turn base metals into gold. But what if I told you that alchemy is less about literal transmutation and more about a metaphorical process happening within you? For Jung, alchemy was a rich allegorical tapestry that mirrored the psychological transformations a person undergoes in the journey towards soul discovery. Think about the process of turning lead into gold. It's a transformation from something dense and heavy into something valuable and radiant. Isn't that what we're all striving for in our inner lives? To turn our struggles, our lead, into wisdom, our gold. Jung saw the alchemical stages like calcination, dissolution, and coagulation as phases in our psychological and spiritual development. For example, calcination symbolizes the breaking down of the ego. The dissolution represents the chaos that often precedes transformation, and coagulation symbolizes the formation of a renewed sense of self. So, ponder this. What stage are you in? Are you in the midst of the chaotic dissolution, or are you approaching the golden glow of coagulation? Recognizing these stages in your life can offer you a framework, an ancient roadmap for the modern soul. These topics invite you to look within and around, to see that the journey to your soul is not a solitary endeavor, but one deeply connected to the collective experience and ancient wisdom. As we continue, we'll explore the self, Jung's ultimate archetype, and how our relationships serve as mirrors to our soul. The next topics take us to the core of Jung's teachings, so brace yourselves for some profound revelations. Ready? Let's delve in. The self, the archetype of wholeness. So far, we've explored the shadow, the anima and animus, the collective unconscious, and much more. But all these elements culminate in one overarching, all-encompassing concept, the self. Not to be confused with the ego, the self in Jungian terms is the ultimate archetype of wholeness. But what does that mean? And how is it different from the self that we talk about in everyday language? The self, according to Jung, is the sum total of your conscious and unconscious elements, a psychic entity where your opposing aspects harmonize. Imagine a circle that encompasses all that you are and all that you could be: your fears, your desires, your potential, your shadow, your light. That circle is the self. But here's the kicker. The journey to recognizing and integrating the self is what Jung called the process of individuation, the ultimate soul quest. Have you ever had moments where you felt completely at peace, even if briefly, as if you tapped into something larger than yourself? That's a glimpse of the self, a taste of wholeness. The self is not a destination, but a dynamic process of becoming, of integrating the disparate parts of your psyche into a harmonious, functioning whole. So as you navigate the complexities of life, remember this. You're not just searching for happiness or success. You're in pursuit of your true self. How close are you to uncovering this ultimate treasure? Relationships as mirrors to the soul. Let's talk about love, friendships, family, our relationships. Ever wondered why certain people enter your life? Why some relationships are challenging, while others are harmonious? Jung had an insightful take on this. Relationships serve as mirrors reflecting aspects of your soul. Yes, every interaction you have offers a glimpse into your inner world. Think about it. The people you attract, the conflicts you engage in, the affections you feel, they're not random occurrences, but symbolic representations of your inner dynamics. That partner who irritates you, they could be projecting parts of your shadow. That friend who feels like a soulmate, perhaps they resonate with your anima or animus. In essence, relationships offer a stage for your inner archetypes to interact and manifest, providing valuable opportunities for self-awareness and growth. So the next time you find yourself in a complicated relationship dynamic, pause and reflect. What is this person showing you about yourself? What unresolved issues are coming to the surface? By understanding these soul mirrors, you not only improve your relationships, but also advance on your journey toward finding your soul. It's as if each relationship is a chapter in the grand novel of your life, each character a guide or a challenge on your path to the self. We've covered a plethora of topics, each a facet of the multifaceted gem that is Carl Jung's understanding of the human soul. Now let's add some more dimensions to this rich tapestry. Are you with me? Let's proceed. The Red Book: Jung's personal journey to the soul. You might be wondering, did Carl Jung practice what he preached? The answer lies in The Red Book, a personal journal where Jung documented his own deep dive into the unconscious. But wait, why should you care about someone's personal diary? Well, because The Red Book is not just any diary. It's a profound testament to the transformative power of the inner journey. Jung filled this book with his dreams, visions, and dialogues with inner figures, treating them as real entities rather than mere psychological constructs. He even illustrated it with his own paintings. This book remained unpublished for years, considered too personal and too out there even for a man as unconventional as Jung. But it serves as a living example of what it means to confront and embrace the complexities of the soul. When you read The Red Book, you're not just reading Jung's self-exploration. You're encountering a template, a guide for your own soul-searching journey. Have you ever thought about keeping a red book of your own? How might documenting your inner experiences, thoughts, and dreams assist you in uncovering the mysteries of your soul? Transcendent Function: Bridging Conscious and Unconscious. Let's get into something a bit technical, but incredibly transformative: the Transcendent Function. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? But it's actually a psychological process that Jung described as a way to bridge the gap between the conscious and unconscious mind. So how does it work, and why should you care? Imagine you're at a crossroads in life, torn between two paths. The conscious mind, with its logic and reason, suggests one way, while the unconscious, with its dreams and instincts, hints at another. What do? According to Jung, you engage with a transcendent function. This involves diving deep into your unconscious through dream analysis, active imagination, or even artistic expression. You then bring these insights into conscious awareness, not to pick one over the other, but to create a third, entirely new option. This is not just problem solving, it's alchemy of the soul. You're taking disparate elements of your psyche and synthesizing them into something greater, something transcendent. What areas in your life are calling for such transformation? Can you identify any conflicts within yourself that could benefit from this alchemical process? There we go, another layer added to our exploration of Carl Jung's contributions to the understanding of the soul. We've navigated through the complexities and intricacies of Jungian psychology, each topic a stepping stone on the path to greater self-awareness and spiritual depth. I hope these explorations have left you with more questions than answers, because after all, the journey to understanding your soul is an eternal quest, one that invites continuous inquiry and awe-inspiring revelations. So what's your next step on this transformative path? The quest for your soul is far from complete, but every step you take brings you closer to that ineffable, eternal essence that is the true you. The topics we've covered so far are like stars in a constellation, each illuminating a part of the expansive sky that is Jung's understanding of the soul. And like any constellation, the more stars we add, the clearer the picture becomes. Active imagination dialogue with the soul. Active imagination sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? The imagination is often considered the playground of the unconscious, a place where we have little control. But Jung proposed a revolutionary idea. What if you could enter that playground consciously? What if you could engage in a dialogue with the figures and symbols that arise from the depths of your soul? Active imagination is not daydreaming or guided visualization. It's a methodical approach to interact with the unconscious while maintaining a state of awareness. Picture yourself sitting with a wise elder or facing your shadow, asking questions, seeking guidance, and listening. Yes, actually listening, as if these figures possess wisdom you need to hear. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? But how practical is this? Incredibly so. Whether you're grappling with a difficult decision, seeking to understand a recurring dream, or simply wanting to know yourself better, active imagination offers a direct line to the wisdom of your soul. Have you ever tried having a dialogue with your inner world? What might you discover if you did? Projection the world as your mirror. We touched upon the idea that relationships act as mirrors to our soul, but this principle extends far beyond interpersonal dynamics. Jung introduced the concept of projection, a psychological mechanism where we unconsciously transfer our inner attributes onto people, objects, or situations. Ever met someone and instantly disliked them without knowing why? Or perhaps felt an inexplicable affinity to a place or an object? That's projection at work. Here's where it gets intriguing. Projection is not a mere psychological hiccup. It's a gateway to self-awareness. When you find yourself reacting strongly to an external situation, Jung would suggest looking inward. What aspect of yourself is being reflected back at you? Is it an unacknowledged part of your shadow? Perhaps a quality you admire but haven't integrated into your own personality? The world, in this sense, becomes a vast, interactive mirror, reflecting different facets of your soul. So the next time you find yourself caught in a strong emotional reaction, take a moment to ask, what is this revealing about me? The answer might just bring you one step closer to finding your soul. We're journeying deeper into the realm of Jung's teachings, and each step reveals more about the complex, fascinating entity that is the human soul. As you ponder these topics, I invite you to not just think of them as abstract concepts, but as practical tools, ancient keys to modern locks. The path to understanding your soul is as winding as it is enlightening, but every step you take is a step closer to your authentic self. We've traversed the expansive landscape of Carl Jung's insights into the soul, from confronting the shadow to the alchemy of inner transformation. Each topic we've explored is like a lamp on the path to self-discovery, illuminating the way yet inviting further exploration. Conclusion: the lifelong journey to the soul. So, what does all of this mean for you? The teachings of Carl Jung offer not just theories, but a framework for living, a roadmap for the most important journey, you'll ever undertake the journey to find your soul. Whether it's understanding your dreams, recognizing your projections, or diving into active imagination, these aren't just psychological exercises, they're spiritual practices. They invite you to look beyond the surface, to question, to wonder, and ultimately to transform. You see, the journey to the soul isn't a weekend retreat or a quick fix. It's a lifelong commitment. And remember, you're not walking this path alone. These archetypal experiences and inner dynamics are shared by humanity across time and space. Your personal journey contributes to the collective journey. Each step you take not only brings you closer to your true self, but also to the universal, the divine. I hope this exploration has left you with a sense of awe, curiosity, and a thirst for deeper understanding. The quest to find your soul is a never-ending spiral, always bringing you back, but with greater wisdom, deeper insights, and a fuller appreciation for the complexity and beauty of human existence. So, my friends, as we conclude this deep dive, I leave you with a question. What will be your next step on this incredible journey to your soul? Because the path doesn't end here. It simply opens up into more wondrous landscapes waiting to be explored. Thank you for joining me on this intellectual and spiritual odyssey. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and above all, keep journeying inward.